Good Thursday afternoon and evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage. We're doing live breaking coverage here today. We actually have some ongoing severe weather, and we'll also be talking about tomorrow's outbreak. We're expecting a major tornado outbreak going into the day tomorrow on Friday. We'll break down those risks here in just a few minutes. We're going to go over some of the warnings here on the radar right now. And guys, if you guys are in chat's open to anyone and everyone. Make sure you press the like button on the way in and subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell so you get all of these daily weather forecast updates and these live streams. I just want to make sure, can you guys all in the live stream chat, can you guys hear me? Very good. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If I'm not too quiet or anything like that, let me know, all right? Otherwise, we're going to dive right into some of these warnings. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm watch. This goes in effect until 11 o'clock this evening, Central Time, from southern Missouri here into northwestern Arkansas near the Fayetteville, Fort Smith regions. This gets down into east central portions of Oklahoma and then into northwest Texas, including the Wichita Falls and Vernon, Texas regions here. So that is all in effect until 11 o'clock this evening. That is a severe thunderstorm watch for those areas. So we definitely want to be on high alert if you live in those areas going in towards this evening. So let's dive right into some of these warnings. Let's move up here first to portions of Missouri real quick. Let's look at these warnings up here. We have some warnings near the Ozark region, some supercell thunderstorms up here into southwestern portions of Missouri, and we have two supercells. The first one shows a little bit of some rotation. We'll look at this here on the velocity and the correlation coefficient in a moment. This is moving in toward the Ava region. This storm is capable of producing ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here for the, let's see, 7 miles south of Sparta or 13 miles southeast of the Ozarks region. So if you live in these areas, definitely heed the warning, ping pong ball size hail and those 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This will be for Ava, Seymour, Mansfield, the Taneyville region, Oldfield, the Wasola area, and the Brown Branch area. Some of those areas impacted by this warning. And I did want to note to you guys, there is a little bit of an inflow notch here. So this is concerning. Again, we don't see a lot of convection or thunderstorm activity on the southeastern side of this system. So that means we have a lot of that low-level flow or that, inflow notch moving in towards this system here. So right over the Ava region, we might have some rotation as we speak. I would not be surprised if one or two of these warnings do go tornado warned over the next few minutes or so. That is certainly something we'll definitely have to keep in mind as we go through the evening. Some of these storms could start to rotate, so we'll continue to watch that. The storm back farther to the west here, west of Ava, again, kind of following the same track as the one here, kind of leading the pack here across southwestern Missouri. This thunderstorm is capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and half-dollar size hail. A severe thunderstorm at 5:53 Central Time was located near Galena, Missouri, or 13 miles southeast of Aurora, moving quickly northeast at 55 miles per hour. Again, the Nixa, Ozark, Table Rock Lake area, the Sparta, Crane, Shell Knob, the Reed Spring, Highlandville, Fremont Hills, and Branson West Galena regions in Missouri. This is all in southwestern Missouri. You need to be on high alert for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and that half-dollar size hail with this system as it pushes farther off towards the north and east. Now let's look at the system here. This little notch here we have, like I was just mentioning, we have a little bit of an inflow notch here. We have no convection to the southeast of the system, so there is concern that we have some rotation. We have an inflow notch here, and then we have kind of a little bit of an outflow boundary here kind of trying to develop as well. So right in there, we're going to have a little bit of rotation with that, and that's going to be moving right near and just south of the Ava region here. So if you live in Ava, over here toward the Squires region, Smollett, over towards Sweden, Brushy Knob area here in the southwestern portions of Missouri, you definitely want to be on high alert for this storm. This could go tornado warned pretty soon. We have that inflow notch here, and whenever you see this signature on the radar and then you have a little bit of outflow, that tornado here, if it does develop, would be sitting right in there. So we have some at least broad rotation, and let's take a look at that here on the correlation coefficient real quickly to see what we have going on here. Let's just see. Again, if you guys are just joining, press that like button. It's most important that you guys, over these next couple of days, press that like button because it gets all of this information out to as many people as possible. Again, I can't stress this enough. We have a couple of dangerous days ahead of us, okay? So there's no sugarcoating that. We definitely need as many likes on this channel as possible to get that information out to people. So let's look at the high resolution correlation coefficient. There's a little bit of noise in here. So that means there's some broad rotation trying to show up over the Ava region. You see here how we have a bunch of these reds, purples, and pinks back to the west where we don't see the rotation, but then you see all these greens, blues, and yellows and stuff like that. That is some rotation showing up here, at least broad rotation with this system. So now let's look here at the storm velocity, relative velocity with this. And you can see there's, again, it's pretty broad. You see, usually you want to see, if you have a tornado, reds and greens coming, very close to each other. We don't see that necessarily at this moment. At least, I mean, the reds and greens are there, but they're not very tight against each other. So there's very broad rotation in this zone here. So that's just near and south there of Ava, Missouri. So if you live in Ava, Missouri, and then this will be heading up toward the Sweden region, Squires, Brushy Knob, and then eventually over there toward the Van Zant region in towards southwestern Missouri, you definitely want to be on high alert for the potential of a developing tornado potentially here shortly with the storm. If this does go tornado warn, we'll be the first here to let you know about this. So make no mistake about it. Definitely going to be concerned about this. So that is a system to watch. Let's see who's in chat here. Thank you, Melissa Smith, Chloe, Jessica, Jackie, Michelle, Linda, thanks for joining. Rare Hunting with Kenneth, thanks for joining. Ashley Leith, thanks for joining. Who else is in chat? Tim Key, thank you. Vic, Brenda, Matt, thank you all for joining again. Much appreciated. We're doing breaking coverage for the severe weather today, and we're going to be covering the threat of severe weather tomorrow. So I wanted to get all of these warnings out to you guys right now, and then we're going to talk about the rest of today's risk, and then go ahead into tomorrow's tornado outbreak potential there as well. Let's move down here into Oklahoma. Again, a lot of these storms up toward the Tulsa region are not severe. We have a couple of special weather statements and stuff like that for some smaller hail, some stronger winds here. That's from Fayetteville, Arkansas, toward the Rogers region, back toward Tulsa. These storms are not severe warned. They are sub-severe. These are likely producing, maybe 40, 50 mile an hour winds at times, some pea to dime size hail, just some smaller pocket change hail across these areas. That is all we're currently seeing right now. Thank you, Eugene. Tammy, thanks for joining. Daryl, thank you. You think we'll get any tornadoes? I'm not exactly sure where you're located there, Daryl, so I cannot help you out. Be more specific with that, and I can help you out with your question. But again, yeah, if you guys have any questions for me about tomorrow's severe weather risk, we're primarily going to be talking about severe weather. So if you have any questions on that, give me your town name or anything like that, and I can try and help you out. Give me the town name and state that you live in, and we'll get you the information you need so you guys are ready for the severe weather. But we do have a warning down here. This is a severe thunderstorm warning ongoing southeast to Oklahoma City. This is moving on up to the northeast toward the Tecumseh area and Shawnee, Oklahoma. So this is in central Oklahoma here. This warning does expire in just 2 minutes, but we have quarter size hail. That 1 inch hail we look for, that's severe criteria, and we see that here currently with this storm over the Shawnee region, or just getting near the Shawnee region. So this is something to watch. Again, just east of the Norman area and southeast of Oklahoma City. That storm is pushing up here toward the north and east. So we're going to continue to watch that as well. And we put a tracker on this storm just real quick to show you. Let's see how far we can go with this. All right. That's not what I needed. I pressed the wrong thing, guys. Just one moment here. All right. A lot of craziness going on here this next couple of days. Very active weather patterns, so bear with me here, and we're going to get your information out. The storm, again, we're putting a storm tracker on this, so areas that are going to be in the path of this warning for quarter-size hail, I know this expires in about 2 minutes, but I do believe this will probably be extended farther north and east with a new severe thunderstorm warning. So the Tecumseh area in Oklahoma, 13 minutes, Shawnee, Oklahoma, in 17 minutes, Earlsboro, the Neal region, that's 25, 26 minutes there. If you live in Johnson, over there toward the Garden Grove area, about 25 to 30 minutes for you. And then if it holds on, the Belmont and the Centerview, Oklahoma region in about 33 to 38 minutes there. So Over the next 30 40 minutes, this will be impacting almost 45,000 people into central Oklahoma. So that is a storm that we're going to continue to watch across those areas, so make no mistake about it, we'll be right here tracking it for you. We did have a warning earlier on just north and west of the Seymour, Texas region. Now we're in northwest Texas here. You can see Vernon, Texas there, Wichita Falls, the Burkennett region, and as we just speak, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. So we did have a warning that dropped off. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning now. This is right along and north of Highway 82 here, and this is just northwest of Seymour, Texas. And you can see currently this is goes in effect till 7 o'clock. So if you live in southeastern Ford County, Knox County, southwestern Wilbarger County, or northwestern Baylor County, this is all in North Texas. This goes in effect till 7 o'clock Central Time. A severe thunderstorm is located 4 miles east of Gilliland, Texas, moving northeast very slowly at 20 miles an hour. And again, it does say additional severe thunderstorms were located just northeast of Benjamin and about 8 miles west of Knox City. So if you live in those areas, watch out. Ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here are the hazards. So that is something to watch as well. Benjamin, Gilliland, and Vera, Texas. We're going to be watching that. Ashley Leith says, how will it be toward Chillicothe, Ohio? It sprinkled rain earlier, but nothing since. I've seen we have a high percentage of rain, but nothing in depth. It looks like right now up there toward the Chillicothe region, I'll put the radar up there now. There is a little bit of a boundary setting up here right along southern portions of Ohio. So we have that cold front or stationary boundary kind of setting up in Indiana. These are not severe, but there could be some rain showers and some downpours at times if you live right along and south there of Interstate 70. So from Columbus on southward toward Chillicothe, getting back there toward the Columbus, Indiana region, there toward I-74. Some of those areas we could be seeing some rain showers and some thunderstorms, but those are not severe right now. So that is certainly what we are seeing. So no severe weather today there into Ohio. Now tomorrow we have a severe weather risk farther to the north. We'll get into that here in just a moment, Ashley, so stick with me here. We have a lot to get over here, go over here. But yeah, no, right now no severe weather. So that is some good news. Let's move the radar down here into portions of, see, Texas, we knew the dry line was going to start to get going here, and I'm going to kind of show you this a little more in depth with the HRRR model in just a moment. But you do see there's a dry line back here across West Texas kind of hanging out just kind of like this. And then we have that warm front or cold front kind of extending farther to the north here. And again, right along these boundaries, we have to watch because right along this warm front up here, we have a little bit of what we call lift and convergence and a little bit different of wind direction with height. Okay, so we got the winds coming in behind that warm front here. I'll draw it one more time because I got rid of it. Right in this area is the warm front, and then we got the dry line back in here like this. We got the winds in the warm sector moving in out of the south or south-southeast, but then here ahead of, on the northern side of that boundary, we have that coming out of the northwest. So we have a little bit more of some spinning here right along that front, and that is something we have to watch out for possibly a couple of rotating thunderstorms or what we call supercells later on here getting into the evening hours. So that is definitely something we are going to keep in mind. All right. So again, any questions, guys? Much appreciated. We'll get as many questions answered as we can here on the live stream. All right. Robert, thanks. Possible high risk area tomorrow for day one outlook. It is possible. Here, let's go into tomorrow's outlook for you guys. Since you guys have a lot of questions about that, we'll get back to today's radar in just one moment. Again, here's the risk for tomorrow. Right now, there's a moderate risk. If you live in the red shaded color here, this is into southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, and west central portions of Mississippi. There is a red area there. That's a level 4 of 5. So that's an upper echelon type of risk day tomorrow. You don't get a lot of moderate risks. I mean, there have been a lot of moderate risks here the past couple of years down here, but they are still pretty uncommon. So this is a risk we have to take seriously tomorrow. So if you live anywhere in the area I'm circling tomorrow there in the white, you want to be on high alert. So I'm talking about you up here into Greenville, Mississippi. Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, the Vicksburg region, getting down toward Natchez in Mississippi there, Monroe, right along I-20 from the Shreveport area to Jackson, Mississippi. Might be a rough, bumpy ride through tomorrow here with the severe weather. Pine Bluff, Arkansas, just southeast there of Little Rock, including even the Little Rock region. You're very close to that red shaded color. I know it's a couple of counties to your south and east, but you still want to be on high alert. And even farther north, like Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee, these areas, you guys are seeing currently that enhanced risk. That's a level 3 of 5. Jonesboro, Arkansas, Blytheville. This goes as far north as Paducah, Kentucky, the Hopkinsville region, Clarksville, Tennessee, right near the downtown area, Nashville. I would consider you probably in that enhanced risk, to be quite honest. Tupelo, Mississippi. Tupelo, Mississippi. And then getting in toward the Florence region into northwestern Alabama, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, you guys, Huntsville, you guys are all in Alabama there, and a slight risk. And then Meridian, Mississippi, you guys are in an enhanced risk down here. Farther south, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, you guys are really close. Lake Charles to that slight risk. New Orleans, a marginal risk over there toward Mobile and Pensacola, Florida. We'll continue to watch that as we go through the day there tomorrow. All right. Is everybody all good with the stream? Is the stream working all right? Because I have a couple of notifications on my end that the stream is kind of being a little wonky today. So give me another, again, guys, give me number 1 in the chat if the stream is working all right for you guys today, all right? Give me a number 1 in the chat if it's working all right. Is it kind of cutting in and out for you guys, or is it kind of, can you hear me fine and everything? Is it all clear for you guys? Let me know here in the chat. Give me a 1 if it's working fine. Give me a 2 if it's not, all right? So just let me know. I definitely want to know because I just got a notification on my end, and it says that the stream is not really working how it should. So let me know here. Give me a 1 if it's working, a 2 if it's not. It keeps freezing a little bit. All right. Let me see if I can fix that here. I'm not sure why it's doing that necessarily, but I will try and fix it. All right, just give me 1 moment here. Of course, it has to be on OBS Studios, right? The last time I went live, it was doing this a lot, and again, hopefully it doesn't do it as much as it did last time. All right. 2, it's not working, Tim Key says. Well, this is not fun. Is it frozen right now? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we'll try and fix it here. Very frustrating because we're talking about active severe weather and trying to talk about tomorrow, and it's not working right. So let me try and fix things here. Again, I apologize, guys. Let me try and fix it here. Trying to bring you some coverage here, and again, let me know. Let me see. All right. Are we good now? I think we're good now. I think I fixed it. Let's see if I fixed it. All right. So now back to the weather. All right, so we got an enhanced and moderate risk here across portions of the lower Mississippi Valley. Again, if you live in southeastern Arkansas, northeastern Louisiana, or portions of west central Mississippi, you definitely want to be on high alert going through the day on Friday, all right? So that is something that we're going to continue to watch. Why is everybody saying no? Is it no for it's working? It's fine right now? All right. All right, cool. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know, guys. Again, if I pause and kind of ask you guys if it's, again, I for some reason, the internet at my house, it works, and then other times it doesn't work. And usually we have a good internet here and it works, but I think sometimes it has to do with the application I'm using. I'm using OBS Studios. That's kind of the application I use to do these live streams. So I might have to transition more to StreamYard if this continues to be the case, because last time I did a live, I had to end the live earlier because of the it cutting out and pausing and stuff like that. Very, very frustrating, I'll tell you that. All right. Here's the tornado risk as we go into tomorrow, and you see there's a lot of colors on here, guys. There's a lot of colors on this right now. So, and it says on my end, it says excellent connection, but yet it keeps freezing. That's the funny part. But all right, well, we have a tornado risk up here and towards the Ohio River Valley here going in toward the day tomorrow. If you live in the green shade of color here, so Louisville up towards Cincinnati, Lexington, down to Knoxville, Chattanooga, you guys are in that level 2 of that or level 2. That's a 2% chance of tornadoes in your area. That is something we're just going to continue to watch for. A little bit higher of a chance of tornadoes in the brown shade of color here in the Clarksville portions of Tennessee there. I'll kind of take some of these off. Clarksville, Nashville, up here toward Hopkinsville into Kentucky, western Kentucky, like Paducah, southern portions of Illinois near Carbondale. This gets farther south into, say, like Alabama, stuff like that. There is a brown shaded area that's a 5% shading of tornadoes. So for Florence to Huntsville to Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Gadsden, all these areas, watch out for that. Hattiesburg, Meridian, Columbus into Mississippi, into portions of Louisiana, the Baton Rouge area. Watch out for tornadoes. But you see this yellow and red shaded color. Now this gets more interesting here. There is actually a 15 or 10 to 15% significant hatched area for tornadoes tomorrow. And when you see kind of these dashed lines within that probability, that means we are expecting the potential for strong, long track tornadoes. Little Rock, Jonesboro, getting close to Paducah there, Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee there. And then especially a higher chance in the red shaded color of that here. This is into southeastern portions of Arkansas, northeast Louisiana to west central Mississippi. That is for, again, strong tornadoes in that area, a little bit higher of a probability of that going through that time frame. All right, guys, just give me one moment here. I got to go see if I could fix this real quick. Just give me one moment. I apologize, guys. All right, guys. Well, I will say this. I will say I apologize for the inconvenience. I think it's the application I'm using. Again, I'm using OBS Studios. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. It keeps telling me that it's going in and out. I'm gonna try and um, change something real quick here. I don't know what it says. The stream health is excellent. All right, so we'll see if it keeps on freezing and stuff like that. We'll see what's going on here. But I'm like literally my room that I'm doing this from is like right behind the wall of where my router is, so I can't get any closer to the router to be quite honest. So hopefully it continues to do what it should, and I fixed as much as I can on my end. So if it does not end up working, I might have to switch over to a different application here, like StreamYard, to do my live tonight. So we'll just have to wait and see. It reminds you of an avocado. Okay, okay. It's okay. I'm sure we can deal with it anyway. Hopefully, I know a lot of people don't like it. I only have 41 viewers right now, so it's not very generous type of. The most frustrating thing about it is when you're trying to do a weather forecast and you have a dangerous setup with tornado outbreaks and severe weather, and then you can't even get it to work. And it's very frustrating because it seems like every time I try and do this for like a severe weather outbreak, it always does this. Like the last tornado outbreak and stuff in the deep south, it did this exact same thing when I was live streaming, and it literally shut me down. It literally did not work at all. So hopefully this can help. Put the router right on my head. Yeah, maybe Ashley might work for me. And I see it's still freezing. I don't know what's going on. It says stream is healthy, and then it says excellent. Let me see if I can change the bit rate here, because the bit rate on here is very... All right, let's see. What is going on with this here? All right, give me one moment. Again, sorry. We're going to get you the information, guys, that you need here in just a moment. Once I can get this to work here, we're going to be fine. So we'll try and get it going. There's always, yeah, there is, but it should not be this frequent, though, of glitches. I can see it on my end here on my laptop. It says healthy stream, excellent, and it's not. So we'll see. Where is, I gotta find this here. Just, again, sorry, guys. Manage. That's not what I want. All right, is everything working better now? Is it like still freezing like it was before, or is it a lot better? Because is it freezing as much as it was before? Very frustrating. Oh, man. Talk about a Thursday, right? All right. Christopher, thanks for joining. Much appreciated. Yeah, hit that like button on the way in, guys. Even though we have 42, we need a lot more people to join the live stream. I know I've been really quiet. I'm sorry, guys. I really am trying here. I really want to bring you live severe weather coverage here. And again, hopefully the stream acts like it should. Hopefully it keeps acting like it should. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to stop the stream, and then I'm going to have to fix a couple things, and then I'll start the stream back up if it continues. So we will see. 2 minutes ago was the last. Okay, thankfully. Hopefully it stays that way, Melissa. We need it to not be so mean to me today, right? All right, portions. This is the one that was moving through Ava. So if you live in Ava, you are fine now. Still watch that severe warning to your west near Ozark, moving up near your way, but that actually may be going a little bit farther to the north. So places, say as in like the Seymour region, getting up here towards Mansfield, those areas. We'll continue to watch it there. All right, guys, I'm going to stop the stream right now, and I'm going to start a new stream because I have not, maybe that'll work. I have to refresh everything. So just give me one moment, guys. Give me about 5 minutes or so. Let me try and refresh the stream, and we'll get this back running for you guys for live severe weather coverage. Thank you so much, guys.